Hello everyone, welcome back. This is Minecraft Beta and Preview 1.19.70.20, and this is the first Minecraft Beta and Preview starting with 1.19.70, which means that we are very close to the release of 1.19.60, which I'm very happy about, and I'm sure we'll be getting that in a week or two. And remember to subscribe and hit the bell, because I'll be making a video on that as well for sure. Anyways, today we're going to be going through all the changes and stuff like that in this beta and preview. So if we have some experimental features, which include piglin head blocks branded in the hotbar inventory no longer have the ear overlapping with the rest of the head, and the players can now receive damage when falling whilst riding a camel. This one is pretty big. And I forgot to say this right in the start, but of course it's a day later than you might expect it, but as I just said, that's because it's pretty large. Anyways, then we just have some regular features and bug fixes which don't belong to the experimental features. This includes a bunch of changes to players sneaking, some of which are Java parity, and they've also listed a few known issues that they hope to address soon, which is probably going to be in the next one or two Minecraft beta and previews, so 1.19.70.30 or 40. So we'll see a lot more changes related to that as well, just small bug fixes and possibly X-ray glitches too. Anyways. Then we've also got a bunch of vanilla parity. If you're not sure what that is, well, that's actually when they make Java and BEDROCK Edition the same, which is something the Mojang devs are working really hard on doing, and which is greatly appreciated by by a large amount of the player base. Anyways, bells that are connected to multiple blocks no longer drop when one block is broken. Breeding horses can now produce random variants, fix an issue where dead players prevented other players from skipping the night, eating and drinking animations will now always be centered regardless of the screen aspect ratio, and note lock sound annotation over a distance is now linear. So these are all features we probably had on Java, or in the experimental features, but not actually in the regular ones. Then for the gameplay, we've got a few small changes to the updated touch controls, which were updated a pretty long while ago now. Then items dropped while swimming, gliding manually, or on death no longer spawn from above the player's position. Written books can now be moved in the inventory even when player has identical written books. They fixed the bug where observers would not detect changes due to corrupted data, and hoppers now pull in items from above them through all blocks that have a lower height than a full block. Think, for example, farmland, which is 1 pixel lower. Anyways, destroying mangrove logs or mangrove wood now properly causes leaves to decay, and end crystals occupying the same space as a block will no longer cause that block to disappear. There's also one graphical bug they fixed, which is an issue where the mine tooltip was appearing when targeting a block with a trident in the creative game mode. Then parrots will no longer be able to shake while on a player riding a horse that is turning mid-jump, which is kind of obscure, and I'm not sure how they figured out that was a bug, but you know. And they've also fixed a bug causing global entities, for example the Ender Dragon and projectiles, to stop rendering when out of normal entity render distance. Then we've got a few more touch control changes. So they've updated the how to play screen info when changing new touch controls. They've changed input modes from gamepad to touch while an item is selected. They've fixed an issue on the furnace screen, and they've also fixed the bug where progressive select was automatically initiated on the first slot when opening a small chest. And then they've also fixed the bug where when starting a new world in Pocket UI, they've removed the press open chat to open chat message for players with text-to-speech turned off. Anyways, then we've got a few updates to the UI as well. So Ocean Explorer, Woodland Explorer, and Treasure Maps now show the proper icon in the inventory. They fixed the bug where mouse scrolling on the Friends Options drop-down would not scroll the drop-down contents, and they've resolved an issue where graphical elements of the sign in or sign up screen could extend beyond the bounds of the dialog container. Then we've just got 2 more bug fixes, and those are related to commands. So the replace item and loot replace block commands no longer replace items in cauldrons, and rotation in the new teleport command is now relative to the executor of the command instead of the target. Then we've got a few technical updates and experimental technical updates. Now, I never really cover these as most of you aren't so interested in them, and if you do want to read about them, then you can check the changelog in the description. Anyways, regardless if you want to learn about the technical updates or not, it's still probably worth checking out the changelog, which is linked in the description, as this contains every single bug fix that I listed, maybe a few more things as well, and might go into some more detail. And you can also look at all of the original bug reports there as well. But anyways, that was that. I hope you guys enjoyed this first 1.19.70 beta and preview. But for right now, thank you ever so much for watching, and I hope to see you again in the next one. Bye-bye.